just like, boom, about 17 miles. Just that was it. My wheels had fallen off.
It's 90 stuff for now. In the pouch, Sylvie. Not down my back, in the pouch, in the pocket. The pocket? In the pocket.
Good job, Mark.
See something? Good.
Okay.
Great.
We're following you.
Good job.
This sport has taken me everywhere, places that I would never have expected to visit. And that for me is one of the highlights that I never expected. And, you know, I enjoyed sport, I enjoyed competing, and I enjoyed testing myself. You know, we're back in my military days, that's what I did. But now, when I look at a map, a globe, we have a map at home, Caroline and I and my daughter, and we all put flags on where we visited. And you have to leave the airport. That's the rule. That's the only rule. You know, and on that list now, you know, we've been to China, Australia, you know, Canada, Hawaii, you know, America, just to race. And then the flip side of that is you get to meet people like Ray and Marie who have the same passion as we do, you know. And I often think when I'm out here and you meet these great people, you then become great friends and you share this love and you become real friends. And Ray and Marie and we social media, we connect now and again, and we'd come back to Kona and meet, and Ray was always pestering us to come out, come to Quebec, we'll look after you.
I mean, a prime example is why we're here to do Canadaman is Raymond and his wife Marie, who we met on our very first Ironman in 2010 in Mexico. And we've seen a number of times at races over the years, and they've always told us, you've got to come to Canada, we'll look after you, you know, we live in a great place, come and visit us. The swim is a point-to-point, so you start one side of the lake and you finish the other in T1. The end is the thing people get most worried about. By the time you get to the start line of a long distance triathlon, 112 miles or 180k on the bike is manageable. It's it's going to be a 6-hour-ish ride for me, maybe a bit quicker. You then have to run a marathon, and for this race you then have to run that marathon on trails, up and down hills all the time, and then finishing with a big climb. The bike has a 2,500 metre total ascent across the course, and then the run has 1,500 metres of ascent. You are on a journey all day. In triathlon, when you say you're a professional athlete, it's not the same as being a professional golfer or professional tennis player or sports where there's an awful lot of big sponsors and a lot of money flowing around. As a professional triathlete, all that is that it gives you the right to race at a certain level. It doesn't mean you're paid a salary, it doesn't mean you make enough money to live off, you still have to make your own way. And I have some fantastic sponsors, but I do have to still make my own way, make my own living doing other things. And it's only at this point in my life that I've got to the point where I can do that. I've got the professional qualifications to be able to consult online, be anywhere in the world and do that.
Beers for lunch, I'm jealous. For sure, yes.
Frankie, our coach for the...
Francis, how are you? Francis.
Francis, yes, sir.
I'm happy.
Yes. Have a seat. Ça fait du...
Cycling it.
At the end.
That's the one at the end.
Yeah, at the end.
What's the toughest thing? I don't know. The hills, I guess. Yeah.
But the finish is so awesome, like to be at the top of the mountain. It's amazing. There with the stars.
There's Megantic.
Like we can say, okay.
And then you
So
turn right.
yeah, so we're gonna be here.
Yeah, I know exactly. Where Jean Couture is.
Yeah, you turn and you get another, and you get there's a hill here. There's a lot
Yes.
of space. So
We can put them in the cooler in the ice, or you prefer
Yeah,
it?
with ice, yes.
Because I take 2 bottles.
You just throw, and maybe you want to cool down,
How
wear
much?
some water.
I'll have 2 on my bike.
You don't have to carry much on the bike. You don't have to endure gels and staying on your stuff and picnic.
That is probably enough for 90k. So we're just here Friday morning, a couple of days before the race, having a look at the swim exit point, and we're going to jump in, have a swim around the course a couple of times and get a feel for the water.
It's the legend. He's the man. Or Raymond.
I started doing triathlon like around 1990, but I was just doing local triathlon, like in Montreal or north of Montreal, short distance. And one day I saw a show on TV that was showing the father and the son. The father was pushing his son in the kind of bicycle made for handicapped people, and I said, if this guy can do that, I'd like to do an Ironman the same, not the same way, but so I decided that for my 50th birthday, I would be doing a Ironman. Since then, I've done 24, and this one in Canadaman will be my 25th one. Last year, I said, no, the last one I did was my 24th, and I decided not to do any more long distance. Just was going to do only 17.3, and Mark and Caroline are people I met in Cozumel. For them, it was their first Ironman. For me, maybe my 7th or my 8th one. I was coming from a big ski accident. They had to put a plate in my leg, and so that was in February, and in November the year after. And we arrived very early, like beginning of the week, and the race was on Sunday. And on Monday night, on Monday afternoon, I went for a ride, and I had a very bad pain on the back of my leg. And Mark was seeing me, and he said, "Do you have a problem? You seem to walk with some difficulties." I said, "Yeah, I think I hurt my hamstring." And he said, "You know, I can fix that because he does massage." And then with that race, we became very, very, very good friends. And I always have invited them to come in Canada. So finally, 10 years after, Caroline called me in January, and like I said, I didn't want to do any more full distance. And so Caroline called me, and she said, "You know what, Mark is probably gonna do the Canadaman, the XTRI." She said, "I will confirm to you if we can come." that we will come and visit you and stay with you if you don't mind. So I said, hey, come on, big pleasure. And that same night, I didn't tell them. I went to see if I could register for the Canadaman, and I registered that same night. I asked permission to my wife because I had promised her that I would not do any more long distance. But she knew me, and she said, go ahead, have fun.
So we've just finished a little bike recce, which is 120k to about 150k. This is the 150k point here. Just up here where the red house, the roofed house is. We come up here and we turn right. Now bearing in mind, we've swam, we've done this roller coaster. It literally is up and down, up and down, up and down. And it's tough. Now we're here, 150k, you turn right, and then you're presented with this. check this out. We've got another 30k to go, but that is going to kick you right in the balls. Yeah, so I'm preparing myself for this. I mean, there's no denying I've come here to try and win. You know, that's it. It's that simple. Lots of things can happen. Lots of things do happen. I could have a great race and win. I think, you know, I don't go into races thinking that I can win if it's not feasible.
My goal is only to beat my time of last year.
But I'm ready to go. I mean, good competition this year, so I'm excited to race with those ladies.
I just want to execute a really solid performance that ends with me not having anything left. And I think I've got a great chance of winning, but there are also some very competitive athletes going into the race, so as long as I can execute that race to the best of my ability, I think I'll have a good chance.
A long day, but a beautiful day.
The race start time here was actually insane, and you know you are readying yourself for a bit of a war when your alarm goes at 2:20. I think mine went off 2:20, and it felt. I mean, as soon as I was awake, I was excited, so I didn't feel sleepy, or I have before races before, but for this, I didn't feel sleepy or kind of disorientated with the time. I just was ready to go as soon as we got up, so it was okay.
Okay, time to hurt. Time for 10 hours of waterboarding. We meandered down, pretty relaxed, in the water, all calm, not manic, not a breath of wind. There's just nothing quite like seeing the surface tension of the water still on a big body of water. And then when you get in, you're breaking that surface tension. And you get a real sense of speed as well, because it's just flat calm. It's a real treat swimming in just that kind of water, for sure.
The lake was calm and there was mist coming off it and the sun was coming up on the side that I breathed to, and there were sort of kayakers appearing out of this fog. You could just about see the next buoy, but you couldn't see any further than that. It was magical. I knew it mattered because I knew that my main rival in the race, Lynn, wasn't a good swimmer, but that every minute I had in the swim would count. I don't think I realised quite how much.
She's look like brand new.
Pizza, 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 pizza.
Into T2. Yeah, wasn't the smoothest transition.
You fucker. Well, the rice pudding, Sylvie? Rice pudding? The rice pudding, rice pudding. Oh my god. Come on guys, fucking watching me struggle. You can help me.